because in such a videos you are going to learn many more things, people efforts, like
Right.
they're attempting all these steps towards the communication, what kinds of vocabulary they are using in conversation, their
Yeah.
transformations of sentences, many more things are you going to learn.
And
So
it do not take too much time for watching a video. Like if you see a podcast and movies for learning this language, so it will take a time, right? But in
yes,
conversational we will just like 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes, and you will get a, like you get a lot of vocabularies and how they speak, so you will get a lot of things if you watch a conversation.
yes, you are
So
right.
I like.
So tell me, what is your hobbies? How do you spend your free time?
Like in spare time, I love to listen music, and when I get a free time, so I love to go outside and play a badminton with my friends. So I
Wow.
love to do
So
two
you love
things.
badminton, right?
Yeah, I love play badminton with my friends. By the way, I do not have any specific hobbies. It change time to time, but in spare time, I love to play badminton and listen to music.
Okay, okay, that's
So
really
things.
great.
And what about
Okay.
you, sir? Like, what do you like to do in your spare time? How do you
Spare
use?
times, I watch English web series because it is very imperative for me to have some different vocabulary and different knowledge related to English speaking, so I can navigate somebody into this language. And most of the time, I am being indulge myself into acquiring the knowledge and doing some productive activities. Yeah, that's one.
No, currently you are totally indulge yourself to learning this language and enhance your skill more better.
Yes, this is
Yeah.
very necessity for me and for every individual to learn something specific into their life.
Uh, I realized then after that I started learning this language because back in the days, me and my friend went for an interview, and I couldn't clear that interview, and for that thing hit me a lot. That being in an English medium student, I'm not able to speak in English, so it is just useless for being an English medium student.
Yeah.
My English medium school is like a so-called so-called English medium school. No one was speaking English. Even a teacher explain all the things in Hindi, in native
Okay.
language. So that was the problem. So that thing hit me at that time. So from that day, I started learning this language, and I have been learning this language for 4 months. Yeah, 4.5 months. It's completed.
Okay. I can perceive your situations. It was a quite embarrassed moment of your life when
Yeah.
you rejected, from the
uh,
interview.
Inform interviews, so that's it. And I just casually went there for an interview, not for any serious purpose. I just casually went for, let's check how interviewer take the interview and all that thing. So
Mm-hmm.
we went
Of
there.
course, I think knowing, the exact situations of all the interviewer, it will give you a little experience because in future, if you're going to have any chance to giving your interview there, so your possibility must increase under your
Yeah.
in your side, right, to be selected as a great, citizens, as a great employee any companies, I would say, right?
Yeah, and failure is important in life. If I didn't reject from the interview, so I think I didn't start my English journey yet.
Yeah,
So that
you're right.
thing was good for me, and now I'm
You're
learning this
right.
language.
Having failure, it's a kind of, awareness, you can say, awareness about your
Awareness,
weakness,
awareness
right?
about your weakness, where you are,
Yes, and
you
where you
see
have to
yourself,
work.
and where you have to work. Yeah, that's the thing. And so, like, what about you? Like, what made you to learn this language? Like, and what is your medium of study? What was your medium of study?
Actually,
Like,
I'm coming from rural place, and being a teacher, it was quite necessity for me in my beginnings to acquire the knowledge about this speaking. And
Mm.
other reason was that in my life, mostly the people usually asking me like you are a teacher, and if you do not have that much knowledge about speaking English, so it hit me, it hit me internally. Their
Yeah,
words.
hit that you are an
So
English teacher and you don't know how to speak. Yeah,
yes,
people
because
judge you for not.
yes, because
Yeah,
very rarely you will see any teacher speaking
yeah,
English.
yeah. In rarely case, even in
So
government school, in some of private school, being an English, not in English teacher. If you see every subject teacher, particularly though they do not speak English, they know the subject very well, but they are not able to speak in
yes,
English.
so
No.
just hit me, that words from my inside. And then I took decision I have to learn. I have to be a sufficient into this language so that I can change. I could change the mentality of my localities. So I just kept on moving on the same
Okay.
directions, and I changed myself and their opinions as well towards me.
Oh, yeah, and I saw your couple of videos, so you speak very well and you improved a lot, like that. So yeah.
Thank you.
And how long have you been learning? So, like, by the way, how long have you been learning this language?
It's a 2 years back I started.
Okay, 2 years back you started.
Yes.
So,
And another things, like if you teach somebody, so it's always things having clarity towards the many concept of this spoken English. So while teaching, I am going to learn the weakness of others, and as well as I am working upon. So while working, you are going to improve all the weak part of yourself and of somebody's as well. So by improving all parts of your weakness or every areas of this language, someday you are going to be sufficient into this language, and this is very imperative for you to be a
uh,
good speaker into this language.
and
So that's the
people judge
reason.
by you. Yeah, people judge by your communication skills. If you have a lot of degree, if you have don't lot of degrees and knowledge, and you don't have a communication skill, and especially in English, not a native language. So people judge us by a communication skills. So this is imperative for us learning this
Of course,
language now in
you are
this
being
era.
judged. You are being judged from your localities, people, from your surroundings, people. So it is your responsibility how you prepare yourself for it,
Yeah,
right? So becoming proficient and sufficient into this, you have to acquire as much as knowledge you can through your efforts, right?
yeah.
So this is very consecutive for your life development and personalities.
Yeah, as you mentioned that by teaching, you learn a lot of things. So I also believe that if you teach someone, so from that at that time we know our weakness as well, because we are lacking to making him and making them understand. So we then from that we started working on our skill, and so teaching is the best matter for improving ourselves as well. And
Yes,
so that is the thing.
of
I
course. So I
totally
think you
agree.
should also be a good teacher. What do you think?
No, no, sir. I'm not a teacher. I do not teach anyone. And in future, like I have just started my YouTube channel, but I didn't upload any video. I upload some shorts video, motivational video, but I didn't upload any conversational video. And I
Hmm.
think this is my fourth conversational video on
Oh,
voice call. Yeah, fourth. But I have three videos, but I didn't upload. So I'm planning to upload that video as
it's
well.
okay. Whether you posting videos or not, it doesn't matter. You have to focus on your communication skill first because this is
Yeah,
your priority to be good enough into this language. Because posting videos, you are going to have the multiple questions from the other sides, right? And if
yeah,
you are not perfect into all aspect of spoken English, then how will you convince your viewers?
right.
How will you give the very good, answers? So
Right.
before doing such a activities, you have to become proficient into it, right?
And when we what I think, like what I thought earlier, in this way, like when you upload the video na, at that time you in this way I'm thinking, I'm planning to upload the videos, that okay,
Mm-hmm.
if people give me a feedback, so okay, either bad and good, it doesn't matter for me, I'm just improving on myself. I'm not giving
Of
any
course.
uh, teach. I'm not gonna teach you like
Of course
speaking.
you can. I know that. I believe on you. You can do anything.
Yeah,
Have that much, potentials. I can see. So how do you spend your free time? May I know?
sure, sure. Like as I mentioned that I love to listen music, but nowadays I'm totally focusing on my communication skill. So I like my hobbies like badminton. I just left all that things, but I love to do that thing as well. But I'm currently focusing on my this language. So I watch. I'm currently I'm consuming English content a lot, as much I can consume. So in this way I'm improving my language. Like sometime I watch conversational videos and movies as well. Movies like I do not watch native movies like Hollywood movies, because their accent is so different, and it's hard for me, difficult to understand their accent. So without what we can say, without subtitles, I'm not able to understand what they are speaking, what they are talking. So I'm watching English movies, South English movies dubbed in English. So in this way I'm
Hmm.
improving my English language, and after that I imitate them how they are speaking, like shadowing
Shadowing.
practices I'm
Hmm.
doing.
That's really
And
great.
and shadowing is very helpful for improving this language, I
Of
would say.
course.
Yeah,
Because there you would be there only and you can't judge yourself. Right? While you try to efforts to do some performance in a better way, try to discover vocabulary, all these things what you learn, and this is the way
yeah.
you can improve yourself, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And in shadowing practices, na, by shadowing practices, we can improve our we can improve our pronunciation as well, and how they are speaking, the way of speaking, we can improve. Like
Yes,
gesture, posture, we can improve ourselves by shadowing practices, I would say.
of
And
course
I
you're
just
right.
started 2 days ago, 3 days, 2 days ago. I just started, and I saw little changes by
Of
shadowing
course,
practice here.
I can see you have great confidence level. I can see, and because mostly the people, after having interactions with me, they got fear, hesitations, shivering, inside from inside.
Yeah,
So these are things it makes you so weaker, right? So shadowing practice will give you that much clarity towards your, maintaining gesture and postures, eye contact, and many more things are very obligatory for you into this communication. So yeah, you are doing really well, I would say.
in order to getting a confidence, so shadowing practice is the best, I would say, because people not judge you how you are speaking. So just do a mirror practice shadowing, so that will really give you a better result for
Yes,
boosting your confidence, I
and
would say.
more than that, this way you can develop your confidence level up to the mark. This way,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that, because you're challenging, you are challenging real, situations in your life. You are taking challenge for yourself, like encountering the people, facing the people, right, in the exact
yeah,
sport where you have to deliver relevant answers after receiving the topics. So this is called real challenge, what you are
yeah.
taking, right?
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes, right, sir. Totally, I'm totally agree with you. And so, like, by the way, sir, you ever tried to speak with your student and with your like colleagues? Have you ever tried to speak with them? Because I didn't try with my friend like this language. Yeah. So,
Actually,
what about you?
I did this. I used very common sentences with my student. Good morning, good evening, like that. And
Okay.
have you finished your lunch? your dinners like
right.
that? Have you
Like a basic
basic,
conversations.
basic, yes, because they are so younger,
Oh yeah.
so
So
that's why.
that's
But
like a face to face conversation is like totally different from the mobile call, like a video call. So face to
yes,
face conversation, like you should have a lot of confidence for facing a person,
yes,
like
because
in this language.
the human has the nature of judging by having the appearance of others.
Yeah,
If you are watching poor people who are coming from poor background, so you do not
perfect.
frighten that much from that person. But you are deal with that person who are so rich from coming from a very high for your standard,
Right,
place.
right. Rich
So
family,
you
yeah.
feel so little hesitate. So it's up to the appearance of human, right?
Yeah. I don't know why people judge by the people. Why I don't know why the people judge to other people their categories. Like you can say poor people, rich people, like that. You judge by your skill, na? Like how much they are qualified and how much they have a knowledge. I don't know why people. Uh, what we
This
can
is
do
the
in
nature,
this
you can say.
language.
This is the nature of human. This is the mentality of human. We can't change because it is coming. It has been happening for decades. I mean, since decade, I would say, since
Yeah,
our since our ancestor, times. You can say ancestors.
you can say yes.
So it's a all ritual customs of the humans to be
Yeah.
to be treating like that.
That is
We can't
going
change.
on like since like childhood. I saw a lot of things like people judge you by your colors and dressing sense, and it doesn't matter how much knowledge you have. Just you judge by your like way of speaking, and like all that things are not by your skills.
Yes,
That's
you're
why.
right. But it's our responsibility how we can make self. Right,
uh,
we can do. We can do. It is in our hand to make self better than others. Right.
yes,
Yes.
rightfully
Don't
said.
care about somebody because each individuals have their own purpose of life and making self great versions of self in this era. Because
Yes,
after lefting this universe, at least the people could be remember you. Yeah, that
and
person were that person
that
was
person.
really nice, who did really great things for me. Right. So you
Uh,
have to alive forever in her mind, in their mind.
in their mind. So do your work. Let them what the other people are saying. So let them do whatever they want to do.
Yes.
We can't do
Okay.
anything. So that is the mindset of the people.
Okay,
That
dear.
is
So
the
do you
mindset.
have any questions further?
Yeah, sir. I have one question. Like I want to ask from you. Like,
Hmm.
give me some suggestion in order to getting a vocabulary, in order to learn a vocabulary, because vocabulary is my biggest problem. You can say like drawback. Like
Okay.
I'm not. So
I will give you the one way where you can have vocabulary. I will tell you like you have to follow any books according to your convenience. You can take any books. Mostly the learners are following Sudha Moiti book. So you can also follow. While reading, you are going to accumulate a lot of vocabulary there, as well as you are going to know the right use of preposition, conjunction,
yeah,
many, I like grammar parts, you can say. Reading vocabulary, listening somebody's statement, I mean conversations, and adopting many vocabulary from there. It can extend your vocabulary level and your speaking level as well. This is a way you can.
okay, reading. I will try it definitely. I will try it
Of
this
course,
time.
you have to do this.
I have to.
This
I
is
will have to do
compulsory.
this for improving my vocabulary part.
Yes. And this is
Yes,
the way you, after receiving multiple topics, you're being able to manifest your ideas on it.
yeah, because from for a different domain, you need a different vocabulary, right?
Yes.
For the introduction part, you need a different vocabulary.
That's the
So
reason.
yeah,
No?
that's the reason.
That's the reason English is little tough for everybody because
Yeah,
you have
exactly.
to acquire many vocabulary for displaying out
For different
multiple
different domain, you have to
domains.
learn a lot of vocabulary
Yes.
according to the domain. So that
Okay,
is
dear.
the
So
thing.
now you have remain any questions?
Also, now I don't have any questions. So yeah,
Okay.
definitely I will ask whenever I want. Yeah,
So we will do the next session. So you must prepare
definitely,
any topics, anything, and we again connect. Hope in future. But dear,
definitely.
one thing. Please give me one photo for making thumbnail if you have.
Okay, so definitely.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
So
So
thank you.
can you could you share me this video as
Yeah.
like could you share me?
Sure. 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 I will share
Okay,
you.
sir. It was a nice talking and thank you for giving me this opportunity, sir.
Me
It
too.
was nice talking. Thank
Be
you.
happy
Bye
and
bye.
keep learning.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir. Bye.